It's almost 9 p.m. and Jack and Jofi just now released BFDIE 5. The episode is called The Three-Legged Race. The thumbnail contains Fern, Toothpaste, Ruler, and David. But the episode is 9 minutes and 60 seconds long, making longer than BFDIE 23 and shorter than BFB 11. And this proves that Jack and Jofi lied about the episode being 10 minutes long. This was delayed because it was unfortunately Jack and Jofi's first BFDIE theatrical release. What will happen to Ruler this episode? The episode starts with the announcer and 7 contestants standing on a sheet of ice, and Toothpaste is half thawed. Toothpaste wants to break free from the ice, but the announcer wants to wait a little longer. After announcing that he has a plan, he gives the control of buttons to Jammy. Jammy activates a claw, which saves Toothpaste from the water, but Toothpaste drops and Toothpaste and the ice shatters. Everyone is scared except for Sidewalkie, who finds it cool. David breaks the silence. Right over Jim and elsewhere. Episode 5. The Three-Legged Race. Right as the announcer is about to announce the 5th contest, he asks everyone if they're excited, but they start chatting. The announcer gives out a bucket of papers and everyone starts chatting again. Sticker gets a paper with Toothpaste, Fern, and Sidewalkie next in line. Sticker comes out to Jammy and Ruler. Sticker refers to the paper by its color, which is yellow, which confirms that they're not written with a name, and Jammy also has yellow while Ruler has red. Jammy asks Ruler why he calls her his henchman, not by her actual name. After stuttering for a moment, Ruler leaves. Fern gets a black paper with a skull in it. Fern wants to choose something else, but the announcer refuses. Ruler asks the announcer to know what Jammy's name is. As Jammy Raspberry hits Sticker. Sticker proceeds to bite Jammy's tongue. The announcer says he doesn't know Jammy's name, even though he literally knew Jammy's name in episode 1. Fern gives his death paper to Sidewalkie and gets a blue paper. Needy gets a death paper. Ruler leaves after raging. The announcer somehow managed to remember Jammy's name. David gets a blue paper. Ruler was too far for the announcer to reveal Jammy's name to Ruler. For the 5th contest, the announcer decides to split everyone into 2 teams of 4 for this contest. Jammy and Sticker for the first team called Team Dandelion. Ruler and Toothpaste for the second team called Team Vermilion. David and Fern for the third team called Team Azure. Needy and Sidewalkie for the final team called Team Death. The 5th contest is a triathlon of the three-legged race. The first leg is to climb 500 steps. The second contest is to collect the team's gems. And the final leg is to cross the level lake. Surprisingly, the announcer says that the last team to arrive will be eliminated, which means that 2 contestants will be eliminated. Sidewalkie starts the contest off by breaking Needy's leg. Needy says that she's on Sidewalkie's team, but Sidewalkie doesn't care. Jammy and Sticker start fighting for no reason, slowing them down. Sticker wants to get the trampoline, but it's going nowhere because of Jammy. After Ruler asks Toothpaste for Jammy's name, Toothpaste refuses to reveal it and calls Jammy her enemy for no reason. Team Death finishes the first leg of the contest. This is then followed by Team Vermilion. Ruler notices a ladder, which is how Team Death gets down. Sidewalkie knocks over the ladder. A short moment of chatting causes Toothpaste and Ruler to have no choice but to walk down the stairs. Toothpaste and Ruler block the way for Jammy and Sticker. Sticker wants Toothpaste and Ruler to move to the side so they can keep going, but Toothpaste pushes Jammy down for no reason. Fern is getting mad at David for not even trying to move. Team Dandelion falls onto David and Fern. David rushes to the top, throwing Team Vermilion off. Fern makes an unsafe landing. Fern asks David to do the second contest, but David does absolutely nothing. Sidewalkie finds the topaz in the cave and doesn't care about Needy's safety. Ruler gets mad at Toothpaste for pushing Jammy off. Fern decides to push David out of curiosity. David rushes through the second leg of the contest and gets a sapphire. Team Dandelion finally finishes leg 1. Sticker got mad at Jammy for pressing the button, and Jammy called Sticker a 5-year-old. Team Azure's gem lands in the basket, and the announcer announces that Team Azure is the first team to finish leg 3. Sticker turns in the gem, but the announcer advances Team Dandelion instead of Team Death. Needy accuses Sidewalkie of being colorblind, and Sidewalkie's point of view is grayscale. Sticker has no choice but to go back into the cave. Team Vermilion enters leg 3. Jammy and Sticker team up to do the contest. Toothpaste cannot resist the urge to try and screw over Jammy, but Ruler pulls back Toothpaste to try to prevent Jammy from getting eliminated. This causes Toothpaste to declare Ruler her new enemy. Sidewalkie comes back out with Team Death's true gem. Sidewalkie tells Needy to be quiet, and then Team Vermilion's gem lands in the basket, meaning Team Vermilion has now reached the 3rd leg. Sidewalkie has no choice but to turn in the gem. Sidewalkie and Needy have an argument. Toothpaste snaps Ruler in half. Fern wants to use David to his advantage again, but David jump scares Fern, so Fern has no choice but to carry David. Ruler is recovered using the Ruler Recovery Center, but Ruler is revealed to be past the edge of the finish line. The announcer refuses to let Ruler go back from the finish line, creating a loophole. Sidewalkie carries Needy through the lava. Sidewalkie crosses the lava lake unscathed, but since he swam through lava, Needy is half disintegrated. Team Death is the first team safe. Ruler brings in a science moment, causing Sidewalkie to explode. Toothpaste attacks Jammy while Fern passes by. Toothpaste accuses Jammy of trapping her. Jammy pushes Toothpaste into the lava. Team Death has seen Needy eat cake, slices of brown cake with a strawberry on it. After Toothpaste is recovered, Team Vermilion is safe, so now it's down to Team Dandelion and Team Azure. Jammy wants to compete further with Team Dandelion. Jammy discovers that Fern traded out Sticker for David, and Team Azure finishes the contest last, meaning Jammy and David are both eliminated. Jammy tries to call Sticker out, but she and David are both sent away to an unknown location. Episode 4's voting results haven't been shown, and the purpose of the voting is still kept a mystery. The elimination space is revealed as a tinier loser chamber. The tiny loser chamber is closed and is jam-packed with the previous 4 eliminated contestants.